Banana was a St. Francis showboat at the Cape Town Boat Show. Leslie went on board Banana to chat to Robert about his very fast trip down from St. Francis and, of course, about his new boat. Robert was excited about his new boat and the fact that on the trip down from St. Francis he had set his best ever speed record on any sailing boat. Mind you, so had all those on board.
What sort of speeds did you get up to?
We reached 23.5 knots. That was wonderful, and that was during lunchtime. So under the autopilot, everybody around the table, we use the spinnaker quite a lot, half a day, with 20-25 knots. And autopilot managed it very well, and we always been between 15 knots and 18 knots. And maximum speed on waves when the boat was surfing, we reached 20, and one time 23.5. That was just incredible, even for me, even for everybody. That was the first time that we our highest speed in our life on a sailing boat.
And that was still comfortable?
Yes, it was lunchtime. We just have to be careful with your glass. But we were around, the six around the table, cooking, so that was quite comfortable. Of course, at that kind of speed, it moved a little bit, but it's not like a monohull when you just can't eat just a sandwich. No, it was a real meal each time. That was wonderful. We had a great cook on board. That was nice.
I just wish that we'd been there with you. That's all. Just a beautiful.
Leslie asked Robert to show our viewers around his new boat.
Yes, I'm going to start with where we are, because the advantage of St. Francis Marine, they can do whatever you want. So it's really a full customized boat, at least for the inside, but even on the outside. You know, for example, most of the people like to have here a collapsible table that turns a coffee table. We didn't want to have that. We want to have a larger table to sit comfortably for 8. So they have designed that table for us. We gave the dimension we want, and we can drop it down to the level of a bed, and we have the cushion to make a big bed outside if you want under the tropics to sleep outside. You can do it. So it's not a coffee table size. We also organize something here underneath. So when you catch a fish, not to have blood everywhere, we can put the fish here and to cut it in pieces, and we add some oil that to be sure that the blood is drained. Normally it was not designed for that at the origin. That hatch was done to put the table if you want to remove it. But we have seen in the past, in our previous lives, that we never fold the table and would remove it. It always stays there. So we have decided to have that one. That's a little bit specific. We went for different colors. You can see on board it's quite a little bit bright between orange and yellow, just because we didn't want to have the classic navy blue, that we love navy blue, but we wanted to have something different than that. There is a braille on board that is wonderful, that shows that it is really a South African boat. There is always a braille. Electronic is very classic. We didn't do anything fancy. We wanted to keep it quite simple. It's a Marine E120 working quite well. If you want, we can go around and see what is a little bit specific on the boat. Let me show you what is specific to the boat. There is two winches that have been a little bit bigger than the classic size, and they are also electric. These two ones. That helps a little bit because the mainsail is a little bit heavy, like for all the cats. We also have decided to go for something as simple as possible, so all the rifts go to the mast. You can choose an option, or you can decide to bring the rift inside the cockpit, but we didn't want. We wanted to keep it clear from all the ropes, so we keep everything there. So that's what we have decided, and we have also a pole bow, a structure that can be retracted. That's something very nice, because the boat is already big. When you enter a port, it's nice to be able to retract that one. There is two stay, or of course this is the one for the Genoa, but this one is also fixed, so that makes that boat very, very strong, and the mast basically never move. We have seen that during the AVC, going 20, even 30 knots, and it was quite stable, and you can see that everything is quite rigid, working quite well. Please, come inside now. Here is the saloon. They are all specific for each customer. So we have decided to put a galley hub. That's our choice. And we wanted to have it relatively big and nice with a lot of space for cupboards. So that's the way it was designed. You have the part with the dining side of the boat. We can fit easily 6, even until 8. But if you have tall guys, but that's what we wanted. So we are 6 in the family. It's perfect. So with here a small bar. I can show you that is also something always useful. You can put your bottles. They are blocked inside. They don't move, and all your chips or whatever you want for the drinks. The rest is relatively classic. What we have done also for that nav station, because when you are at sea, most of the time you use it like that, only with a computer. But at mooring, you like to have another desk, so we have done that small extension that we can block on each side, and now you can work decently with a piece of paper or whatever. It's quite big enough. So that's something specific that they have done also for us. Another thing that is quite nice for us, my kids and my wife play piano, so we had a piano on board that is just idle here behind the kitchen. So we try that out. I can't really play piano, so but that's a wonderful stuff. So we have a piano on board. Let's go down in the port side hall if you want. Okay, let's come to see the port side. Here we have a big deep freezer. That's something that we wanted also on board because we have also enough energy. We have 950 watt on the roof of solar panel. So the solar panel can manage a deep freezer, a cool box outside that I didn't show you that it's quite huge, and a fridge here, plus all the lights that are LED. So basically the energy is only covered already by the solar panel. We have designed something that we absolutely wanted. I wanted that. This one is a workshop. So you slide it, you turn it with my tools there, a big toolbox. You put it upside down. The lips block the system behind. And now I have a bench vise here. You can knock with a hammer, you can saw, you can do whatever you want. You are not going to spoil your stuff. And everything here is for my tools, and I have my spare on that side. So really, I think we can manage more or less everything on board. We have the plugs, we have the drillers, so we should be able to fix everything, because after a couple of years there is always something that can happen. So that's something specific for us. Let me put it back. So here you have a washing machine. That's something you really need on board, I think. Basic aids with a toilet and the aft cabin. I think it's designed for 2 weeks. We have done it with a European specification. So you see it's a normal rectangular bed, 1 meter 40 wide. So you can find the sheet whatever you want in the world. Is that something also that want to make it easy? All along we put some box everywhere, so there is too much space in fact. We also put a small table here inside, because this one will be for one of my kids. So if he wants to work, to read, or to do whatever he wants, his Lego building or whatever, he has a small table here on the side. It's also nice for the kids, so they can be a little bit independent if they want. Okay, that's it for that cabin. Okay, here is the starboard side. We go also in the aft cabin. I've just opened it to show you where are the engines, to keep the balance of the boat at the best place. The engines are quite forward and not really at the back like you can find on some other catamarans. So doing the weight like that makes the perfect balance for the boat. On that specific engine you have a small generator that is just between the sail drive and the main engine on the shaft. It weighs about 10 kilo. It's fitted by Yanmar in the factory, and that gives you a generator of 3000 watt. And that's quite enough for that boat. In case solar panels there is a problem or it's raining every single day, we can still have our energy there, and 3000 watt is a lot of power, and quite enough to run the small air-con unit. We have a small air-con unit on board, and it can only run with the plug and the key or with that generator. We can't take it out of the battery. That's something that we have decided, so there is a relay if you remove the plug from the key or you stop the generator, the air can't stop, so you can't kill your battery. That's the idea. Here is the master cabin. That's the big one. There is a small desk on the side. You can see again a lot of cupboard everywhere. We wanted to make it easy. We have two cupboards here to hang everything, but they are split in two. One is for the wet and one is for the dry. So if we go in a little bit raining weather, we can put all the coats there and the water go into the hole and the rest stay dry. The cabin in the front are 160 wide, still because that's European standard. 1.6 meters, that they are very comfortable. And we have huge, as you can see, bathroom. This one even has a small bath that is quite funny, but can be nice sometimes. So a lot of space to have a shower. We have decided not to put toilet in the front, just to make it a little bit lighter and more easy for maintenance. So there is only 2 toilets on that boat, but most of them are 4. It's just a decision that we have taken. We put some coriander in the kitchen, and we took the same one here for the bathroom, just around the basin. That is very resistant, easy to manage also.
Robert thought it best just to get on with it. His wife Sophie was there to support. Robert selects the halyard to use. You cannot afford to make a mistake when climbing a mast, and Robert goes about the preparation in a businesslike manner. He always said that he was there to support his wife, and this was his chance to prove it. Robert knew he could get dizzy just looking at Sophie up the mast, but he did not falter. Duncan makes sure it's secure. Robert points Sophie in the right direction. Congratulations, Sophie, on establishing the ladies' first principle among St. Francis St. 50s.